So in propositional logic, the fundamental unit of significance is the proposition, and we can think of propositions as just statements or sentences that are either true or false. And broadly speaking, there's two kinds of sentences. We have simple sentences, we have compound sentences. A simple sentence is a sentence that can't be broken down any further. It exists as a single statement that is either true or false. We might have a statement like, Zeke is a good cook. That's a simple statement. By saying it's a simple statement, we're not saying it's unsophisticated. We're not saying there aren't words that could be removed from the statement. We could take out the word good here and still have a sentence that's either true or false. But what we're saying when we say it's a simple sentence is this is a single sentence. And if it's a single simple sentence, we can represent that with a letter. We'll just assign a letter like Z to it. And every time now we mention Z, what we're really saying is the simple statement, Zeke is a good cook. Similarly, we might have a statement like, Janice is a good cook. That's another simple statement, and we could represent that by assigning it a letter. And now every time we say J, what we're really saying is Janice is a good cook. So Z and J are both representing these simple sentences. But what about a statement like this? Zeke is a good cook and Janice is a good cook. Can you see here that there's actually two simple statements that have been brought together into a single statement? Right? So we have Zeke is a good cook being joined by the word and to the statement Janice is a good cook. So now we have a compound sentence. We have a single statement that's comprised of multiple statements. Zeke is a good cook is one of those statements, and Janice is a good cook is one of those statements. And we might represent that as Z and J. And now we know every time we say Z and J, what we're really saying is Zeke is a good cook and Janice is a good cook. Or we might have a statement like this. Either Zeke is a good cook or Janice is a good cook. And again, we can see, oh, this is a compound sentence. It is a single sentence in the sense that it begins here at the word either and it ends here at the period. But I recognize that this is a compound sentence made up of multiple simple sentences. And so when we represent that, we're going to represent Z and J separately in this one statement, either Z or J. Now look at a statement like this. Zeke and Janice are good cooks. And this kind of a statement is deceptive because it looks like this is just one simple statement. But in actuality, when we say Zeke and Janice are good cooks, we're really saying two different things. We're saying Z and J, just like we said it up here. We just worded it a little differently. So what we're going to focus on in propositional logic is identifying when we have simple sentences that are being brought together to create compound sentences, and we're going to look at different ways to represent those relationships that might exist between these simple sentences.